I honestly have no clue what WWE is doing. We just had a standing ovation by none other than Finn Balor. I mean, every single person in that arena was on their feet. Why is he still a part of the Judgment Day? It's ran its course. He needs to branch off again. We need the demon back. Finn Balor is a crowd favorite. The guy has been phenomenal. He was cursed. He's just cursed. He won the Universal Championship, got injured, had to relinquish it, and he never got back on his feet. He's been crawling ever since. It sucks. We don't want to see him in tag team action. We need to see Finn Balor as a champion. And I'm sure a lot of people agree with this. He's only getting older. He's not getting younger. And with his age, he is nearing the end of his career. Yes, the guy still looks amazing and he can still move, but at this age, it does start to slow down. And they haven't really done much with him. When he came out, that whole crowd was on their feet. When he came out to his old theme song, I mean, everybody was fucking loving it. And then he lost. There should have been something else along those lines. I don't think he should have just lost clean to CM Punk. Yes, CM Punk is still the champion, but it just sucks to feed him off, especially like in his hometown. Yeah, Finn Balor is just an amazing wrestler, and I don't think WWE is utilizing him to his full potential. I mean, just look how clean the demon looks. This is such a it, it's some people say it's silly, it's his alter ego and he comes out and we have to imagine that he's a complete different guy. But I think it's fine. I think it works. Kane was a monster. Undertaker was a dead man walking. Why can't Finn Balor be the demon, come out, and the aura, the presence of the demon was just unmatched. And then they had the demon lose a couple times in a row, and now it's like it's kind of like whatever. But at the same time, I think they can bring it back, and I think Finn Balor does deserve another chance at the title run. Hopefully, with how big of a standing ovation he got, maybe WWE actually opens up their eyes. I mean, the product hasn't been that good ever since Triple H. Sorry, Triple H fans, but ever since Triple H took control, the only thing that was good was the story that Vince McMahon started, and Triple H finished that story. That was the only thing that's like came good from Triple H running shit. Ever since then, with TKO and the whole John Cena incident, the prices are stupid insane. WWE hasn't been that good of a product. I mean, people aren't even watching Raw or SmackDown. All they're doing is watching recaps. The whole move to ESPN over Peacock, that was also bullshit. Everything's about money nowadays. They're not even building talent anymore. Every single person that's like been in the main title run has been 40 plus years old. And I don't know, just something about it. It just doesn't sit right with a lot of fans with Finn Balor sitting on the sidelines and being a part of Judgment Day. The faction itself, it's kind of cool, but like I said, it's ran its course and Finn Balor needs to branch off yet again. And then another superstar a lot of people are kind of wanting at the top is none other than LA Knight. LA Knight, I mean, this guy, super over with the crowd. He is super over with the fans. I mean, this guy got himself over organically. He didn't need the WWE to do anything crazy with him. He just has the charisma. But he always comes up short. And every single time he goes for the title, it's never a singles match. The only one that I can remember is him against, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And we fucking knew instantly, no way in hell is LA Knight beating Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. Not because he can't. It's just because, the tribal chief was on top of the world at that time, and it took somebody like Cody Rhodes to actually dethrone him. But every single time since then, it's always been triple threats or fatal four ways or some kind of bullshit. It seems like they're giving LA Knight a petty title chance just to keep him kind of relevant, even though the crowd is still eating him up. He's been out of action since December. The Vision beat his ass and they wrote him off TV. I'm not sure if he's actually injured or maybe he had a minor injury or something and he kind of just needed to rehab it. But just recently, WWE dropped another episode of Unreal and it showed LA Knight very sad while Triple H was talking to him. I mean, you can just tell in his eyes that, he's not happy. He's not having it. Now, a lot of people think that this was because he yet again lost. He didn't get his moment. He thinks he deserves it. He didn't get it. And you can just tell on his face that, he's upset at what happened. But in reality, I think he's upset with himself in this moment. I think he botched the finish to the match. And he was kind of being told off. As much as I do want LA Knight a champion, I think he does deserve a push. I think he does deserve to be a star. He has botched a few times, and sometimes the things he does in the ring, it's not exactly clean. But I mean, you have somebody like Jey Uso who is champion, and anybody out there who's a Jey Uso fan, I'm sorry, but the guy has like 6 moves in his moveset, and he somehow still messes up. Yes, I was a huge Jey Uso fan. He became a WWE champion, and then you realize that it's kind of like whatever. And let's face it, Jey Uso's mic skills have diminished by a lot. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's not with Jimmy. The Uso Penitentiary. That's when his mic skills were amazing. But for some reason, Jey Uso as a face, it just doesn't work. All he did was talk about family, and he pretty much forgot his lines like 90% of the time. And as soon as he forgets his lines, all he does is, yeah, yeet. That's about it. You can try to argue that all you want, but that's the fucking truth. Jey Uso on the mic was straight ass the whole time he was champion. At least LA Knight on the mic is amazing. I don't know. I just think WWE needs to change something up. We're tired of seeing the same champions left and right. They did do a really good job last week with Drew McIntyre beating Cody Rhodes randomly on a SmackDown. That's really dope. Having a random ass SmackDown, a big ass title change like that, it just opens up our eyes, and we realize that Raw and SmackDown can be very important. It just makes it seem more realistic. WWE is amazing when we can't predict what's going to happen. But with the talent itself, LA Knight and Finn Balor, they haven't been champion. Finn Balor, yes, but you could kind of argue that no. Finn Balor and LA Knight haven't been champion. I think it's time to introduce other people, especially ones that the crowd loves and we want to see on top.